Okay, so far we have seen what happens when the angle it's in the center, right? We talk about a central angle in an arc. Remember, we talked about that on two sections before. So let me talk about here. We have a circle. We had this angle in the center. So we said the angle was equal to the arc that it created, right? That's how we started this unit. But then on our next section, we had a circle. And then we had the angle on the circle. And then we talk about that the angle times 2 was equal to the arc that it created. Now for today, let's do a circle here. We're going to say, what if the angle is not in the center, but somewhere inside the circle? What if I have an angle here? Well, I'm going to see that if I extend my sides, this thing I'm going to create 2 arcs. Okay. Now, what we're going to be doing is, I remembered in our previous section when the angle was on the circle. Remember the second section for this unit. We started by multiplying the angle times 2, right? I'm talking about this rule right here. Didn't we just go the angle times 2 and it was equal to the arc that it created? But now the interesting part is that my angle, when my angle is inside the circle, it creates 2 arcs. So looking at question number 9, right? Today we're going to be solving for x. Now my angle here is 90 degrees, but it creates 2 arcs. It creates this arc 106 and this arc x plus 74. It creates 2 arcs. Way we're going to do this is we're still going to start by looking at the angle. And that angle, I don't really mean just the degrees, because the arcs also have degrees. I'm going to look at this corner. I'm going to go in the angle, which in this case is 90, and I'm going to multiply everything times 2. Sometimes we might have an x plus something, x minus something in the angle. So I'm just going to go the angle times 2 equals, but in this case, I'm going to add the 2 arcs. Okay, so I'm just going to go x plus 74 plus 106. So again, I went the angle times 2 equals, and then I added the 2 arcs. The rest is just algebra. So let's take a look. Let me separate my sides. On the left side, I have 2 times 90, right? Let me get rid of parentheses. 2 times 90, I'm going to call that 180. On the left side, letter-wise, I just have an x. Number-wise, I have 74 plus 106. So I'm going to call that plus 180. Right? 74 plus 106 is 180. Okay? I got to leave x by itself. I wish I could combine my numbers. So what I'm going to do, this number that has the plus sign, so plus 180, I'm going to move it to the other side as a minus 180. So on the right side, I have my x by itself because that's what I wanted. On the left side, I have 180 minus 180. Well, that's 0. 0 is a number. Don't be afraid of it. Remember how my instructions to begin with were find the value of x? Well, x equals 0. That 0 is a number, so that's fine. Notice how I did this. I went the angle times 2 equals, and then I added the 2 arcs. So having that said, let's take a look at number 10. The angle is right here, right? You guys see my angle here, it is 91. So I'm going to go 91, and I'm going to multiply everything times 2. And keep in mind, I said everything, because sometimes you have, as an angle, you have x plus something. The x is sometimes part of the angle. Now, this angle creates 2 arcs, 50 and 25x plus 7. So I'm just going to add my 2 arcs, 50 plus 25x plus 7. Let me separate my sides through the equal sign. So the left side, 2 times 91, that's 182. On the right side, letter-wise, I just have 25x, so nothing else I can do. Number-wise, I have 50 plus 7. So I'm going to call that 57. I want the x by itself, so the plus 57, I'm going to move it to the left as a minus 57. Don't forget to switch the sign. 182 minus 57 is 125. So 125 equals 25x. Okay. Now to solve for x, let's divide by the number in front of x. So let me divide both sides by 25. So here on the right, I have 1x. On the left side, 125 divided by 25 is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. Nice. When the angle is inside the circle, look at my two examples from today. When the angle is inside the circle, we go angle times 2 equals, and then we add the arcs.